Do you feel as if you should be in some other place rather than where you actually are? Do you feel constantly drawn to your past, to what has already happened? Or do you keep dreaming about your future, to what may happen? Welcome to the Alpha Life Project. You know this is the place where the focus is on all things you. And we have a very simple agenda to establish awareness, to enable analysis in your life and empower action so that you can upgrade your life. You just have one life, right? May as well make it your alpha life. This is Bala, your host and fellow alpha lifer. And it's a great time for us to think about upgrading our life to live an alpha life. Today's topic of discussion and introspection is the power of living in the here and now. Last week, we had introspected on reality versus unreality. You would remember that it had two components, here and now. Now we are trying to deep dive into what these two really mean, because last week we had just about touched on those two topics. It felt as if it wasn't enough. It was just on the surface last week, and this is the deep dive. Today's episode can be viewed as a continuation of the last one or as a separate one altogether. These are two different topics, but after all, everything is linked together. And by the way, this episode is based on a chapter from my own book, The Art of Making Lemonade. More about my book later maybe. Now, this is a very cliched topic, a lot of people keep talking about living in the now, living in the moment. The reason why something becomes cliched is because there is a general lack of understanding, and what the other person keeps saying seems to make no sense. That's not true. Because when people doubt something, it simply means that they are resisting it. It is very important to understand this. This is one of the most important aspects of living a fulfilling life. Space and time, these are most misunderstood concepts. Even science and mathematics have been obsessed with these two since centuries. We are not getting into the technicality of it. We are just going to talk about how these matter in our life. Space, it deals with the here. Time, it deals with the now. Let's go a little bit more detailed into the here. Usually people feel that most of their life is taking place somewhere else, not here. It seems as if things are happening somewhere else, things that belong to their life. That is the time when people lose track of life. They feel like victims, they live in unreality. Because life never happens elsewhere. Life always happens, your life, it always happens here only, where you are. Whatever is not happening here for you is pure unreality. Because you are not a part of it, you are not witness to it. Whatever you come to know about it will either be assumptions or flavors given by other people. You will never know what it was. Here means a space where you are, where you belong. So things happening in your space, only those are your realities. Anything else is someone else's. It's extremely important to be connected with things that are happening here in your life. Being here but constantly thinking of being somewhere else creates a lot of fears, especially the fear of missing out. All your fear of missing out, all your FOMO, it keeps you in unreality because it prods you to be somewhere where you are not. It's extremely important to always acknowledge you're here. What is happening in the space around you? It's a first step, believe you me. It is the first step to living a fulfilling life. If you were to pay more attention to your here, to your own space, everything happening around your space, people belonging to your space, only those people. It pays to give more attention to acknowledge you're here at all times. Let's look at a little bit about now. Everyone has a block to experiencing the now. It's somehow become human nature, and hence people are living in unreality. Time, it's a construct which can be taken as consisting of three parts: the past, the present, and the future. We saw last time how the past can be equated to a bank which holds your memories, your experiences, your past emotions. Whenever you visit this bank, you withdraw your memories and you try to relive them, reliving them again and again and again. You either derive joy or you derive sadness from there, from the bank of the past. You always remember this. You always view your past from today, from the now, and then you try to connect the dots that happened in the past in a manner that suits you, and you derive your own analysis from the same. It is not now, it is all in the past. I'm just paraphrasing something from my book, The Art of Making Lemonade. Based on your present, your now, your mind reactivates memories, puts them in a sequence that may or may not have actually existed, and presents it to you as if all these actually happened. Along with the memories, you also experience emotions associated with these memories. You cringe at a sad memory and smile at a happy one. What does this mean? Basically, you are just reliving your past today. You are re-experiencing it today. It is not your today, it is the past. Take up any distant experience of yours and try and see how you view it today. Compare it with how you maybe viewed it some time back. Let there be some gap in these two points of re-experiencing this and see how they differ. This is because the mind keeps modifying your memories. Your memories are always modified. The emotions that you thought you experienced at a particular time for a particular experience, it will keep getting modified. And that is why the past is fictional, because it ceases to exist once that moment is over. All you have left over are just pure traces of that. These are traces of memories that are there in your mind. And again, they are constantly getting modified and hence not at all reliable. Most importantly, it does not contribute to your now in the way you think it does. Your past does not. It only limits you. Let's look at future. We spoke about the future being like a bank where you store your plans, your expectations. And whenever you visit this bank, you withdraw your expectations, you try to visualize them, you live them as if it were happening right now. All of these are not happening right now. It's all going on in your head. You're just visualizing them. You're just thinking that this is how it could happen. Doesn't mean that it will happen that way only. It could. It could not also. Now, something interesting happens. You define outcomes for yourself which you feel are favorable to you. And in this process, you define a fixed future for yourself, fixed outcome for yourself. What happens when you build fixed outcomes for yourself? You build entitlements. You build an entitlement as if this has to happen to you. In this case, you tend to see only such parts or glimpses of your future which you feel are possible to you, possible from a frame of reference of today. And there is really no way that you could know for sure what could happen in the future, what could be possible, what could not be possible. Everyone, including you, yes, including you, everyone is open to a field of infinite possibilities. How can you then define a future for yourself? These yet to happen events also evoke a strong emotion in your mind. And based on these emotions, you try and label them as good or bad. By the way, as of now, you have absolutely no idea how they are really going to be. But you think you know. Again, it is what you do now that should shape your future. It should not be in expectation of what you think may happen in the future. And sometimes you make it more interesting by combining your past and your future and acting out of both of these now. Wouldn't that lead to interesting outcomes? It always does. The future is fictional, remember this always, because it has not yet happened. You really can't do anything about something that has not yet happened. We also spoke about the present. It is also like a bank which holds only the current moment. What you choose to do with these current moments is up to you. Because life is a series of moments. The moment that moment is over, the moment that particular moment is gone, it is over. It's done. It's just a series of moments. It's not any line. It's not any straight line. It is you who draws an imaginary line, joining any set of dots from the past and giving it some meaning. It's like just putting some random dots in your on a blank piece of paper and drawing any pattern and defining yourself as being that pattern. These imaginary lines, they tend to give a lot of suffering, lot of trouble to you now. No matter whatever has happened in your life till now, it need not have any impact. Whatever has happened in the in the past has no impact on how you live your moment today. It need not. It's up to you, by the way. You need not draw unnecessary meaning, limitations, interpretations from your past. And you don't need to create any expectations or defined outcomes for the future. All you need to do is live in the now, the moment that is happening right now. Now, everyone has a here and now quotient. Do you want to test yours? Let's look at it in detail. Ask yourself, are you resisting your here, your space right now? Because some people always seem to be somewhere else. Maybe they feel that their here is not enough, not good enough. For them, life is always somewhere else, not here. They're constantly trying to get out of their here and reach somewhere else. And when they reach that somewhere else, they want to get out of that also and reach further somewhere else. There is absolutely no satisfaction. There is no limit to this. So are you resisting your here? Do you keep focusing on your past? Ask yourself this. Because some people keep reminding themselves of their past, whatever has happened, always thinking of how things were at one point of time. These thoughts, they could be, by the way, positive or negative, but these thoughts always create all kinds of emotions like guilt, regret, shame, anger, resentment, pity, whatnot, jealousy, whatnot. It only does one thing. It reinforces a false sense of yourself in you, because this is not the true self of you. It is just an accumulation of the past, pure baggage. So ask yourself, do you keep focusing on your past? Also ask yourself, are you stressed about getting to the future? Because there are people for whom the present, the now, is just a bridge to get to the future. The present is not a moment to be lived for such people. It is just a pathway to lead to the future. The future is all that matters to them. Are you one of them? Stress, this entire stress, is caused by wanting to be somewhere else that you're not instead of here. Wanting to be in a future time instead of the now. That's the pure cause of stress. Always remember that. Such people only want the future. They don't want the present. And sometimes they want a future that they have no idea about by sacrificing the present of which they have a clear idea. Because such people don't want what they have. They want what they don't have. Such people always live by the thought that one day I will make it big in life. One day. That one day, I have no idea when that one day happens. But it is at the cost of today. Always remember this. This cost that you're paying, it brings in joylessness in your life because you're always waiting. And when you reach the future, by the way, you'll still be waiting for some other point in the future. It is never ever enough. Ask yourself this. Are you always feeling fearful? Some people feel fear because of the experiences of past events and the emotions that they experienced. And some people feel fear because of what the future may hold. Some people feel fear because of things happening somewhere else which they can't see. All fears, always remember, all your fears, they belong to a different place, a different time, never to the here and now. The here and now holds no fear. Look at your own fears. All of us have fears, by the way. Look at your own fears and see where they belong or where they originate from. This should give you a good idea. Ask yourself again, do you keep wondering, what if? Always wishing for things to be different. Because some people are always living in their projections, in their mind projections of what could happen or what could have happened. This is again pure madness. Because such things don't exist. So these people try to exist in something that doesn't exist. Are you one of them? Think about it. Now this approach or this here and now quotient is extremely important, required very, very much. Most importantly, while you're dealing with the issues that are currently going on in your life, your current life situations. Everyone deals with issues and problems, remember that. Some people have problems. Some of them have problems with their problems. Meta problem maybe. Problems are negative. They're always negative. So let's rephrase them and call them challenges instead. Stay with me for a moment here. Try and rephrase all your problems and call them as challenges. Now let's look at it again. And why should we do this rephrasing? Because when you call it a challenge, people like to overcome challenges, rise over them. When you call it a problem, people feel that they are always defeated by problems. That is why this rephrasing is important. Now, dealing with challenges is not an issue. Only when you have issues with your challenges, that becomes very difficult. That is a real problem. And when do you have issues with your current challenges? When you're coming from some other time frame, from some other place. Dealing with your challenges of today is pure reality. You will have to do it. No one else will do it for you. But trying to deal with it from a future point of view or a past point of view, pure unreality. Now, when you look at your own life, you will see that most of the challenges you think you have right now are either from the past, which by the way make you feel like a victim, or belong to the future, which make you feel unprepared. The only challenge that you ever need to deal in your life, underline this, the only challenge that you ever need to deal in your life is the one that you have at this moment. Not what would happen after 5 years, not what happened 2 years back. Only now and here is your reality. Everything else is pure unreality. By the way, you can never cope up with these so-called problems from the past or the future. You can never be prepared enough. Try as much as you may. It is impossible. Because all of these, are in your mind. The moment you think you're prepared, it will put in something else, some other twist into this. It's all in your mind. It's not in front of you right here or right now. Your mind will keep creating these twists, projections. Stop getting into that. Only try and deal with the challenge of the here and now that you're facing right here, right now. Don't look at anything else. You would wonder, why is there so much of this, hoopla about reality, the here, the now? Why is everyone talking about that? Or why does everyone need to talk about that? Why does everyone need to live in the here and now? It actually comes down to simple 2 options. You have these two options, by the way. You have the option to either ignore your reality. Don't live in the here and now. You have that option. Its consequences are that you will eventually feel incomplete with your reality. You will accumulate baggage from the here and now. You will end up complaining when things don't work out for you. You will feel powerless, live like a victim, become fearful and act out only out of fear. Maybe keep blaming others for your issues and spend a majority of your life trying to escape life and just not live up to your full potential. That's option one. The second option is to accept your here and now, to live in reality. Live in the here and now. Deal with everything happening right now, right here. Have zero baggage in life. Feel completely responsible and powerful for your own life. Feel complete with each and aspect of life. Act fearlessly. Give yourself the opportunity to become a master of your own destiny. And spend your energy crafting the life that you actually want. In the process, living to your full potential. This is option 2. These are the two simple options, and that is all that you need to think about. Each of these options has a consequence attached to it. It is upon you to choose which consequence you want out of your life. If you were to see your life as a movie playing, how would you look at it? In the here and now or elsewhere and not now? Just suppose that it is playing elsewhere and not now. How does it look like for you? And if you were to flip it, if you were to live your life in the here and now, moment after moment, how does that look like for you? Think about it. So giving you a few Alpha Life thoughts for you to introspect upon more deeply. Who have you become while ignoring your life in the here and now? And who could you possibly become if you were to completely live in the moment? Live in the here. Why is living in your here and now so important for you? Why is it so critical for you? How would you like to live in your here and your now, in your reality? And what steps would you like to take right away to do the same? You see, the power of here and now is all about exercising your choice. It's a very important power to exercise this choice. The choice is whether to live in your here and now or not to. Only you can make this choice, by the way. No one else can make this for you. One path leads to a life that you don't want, and another path leads to a life that you've always wished for. A fulfilling and a flourishing life, an alpha life. The choice of living your alpha life, the power of living your alpha life, after all, is yours. Thank you for listening in. If you like what you're listening to here, please pay it forward. Please share it with people in your tribe, in your group. People whom you think may benefit from these thoughts. People whom you think could live their alpha life, want to live their alpha life. Once again, welcome to your Alpha Life project.